Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome students for this last session of the topic tissues. So let's see what you're going to learn here. So today we are going to learn about the muscular as well as the nervous tissue. So you must be getting an idea what exactly we are going to learn about. Now see here how important are muscles for our body, where we can use, right? And also the important component which we call as brain. So this is the computer. So brain is going to act like the control center of our body. So we are going to learn about in detail the types of muscular tissues as well as the basic unit of nervous tissue and their functions. The muscles or the connective tissue, what we call as muscular tissues. So these are the tissues which we use every day. If you are happy, if you are sad, you are going to express with different sort of feeling through your facial expressions, right? This muscles of face will help you express whether you are in a happy state or in a off mood state. Apart from that, muscles also help us move. Instead of just sitting here, if I want to move, it's the muscle along with the bones that help us move, right? Now, do all muscles listen to us in the sense, if I want to move, I can move whenever I want. If I don't want, I can just sit like that, right? If I want to clap my hands, I can clap when I want. If I don't want, I don't clap. So whatever these actions that we are doing are under our control. We can control them. Now there are certain actions where we cannot control. Okay, all these actions, whether you control or whether you don't control, are associated with muscles. So let us know different types of muscles that are present. One is cardiac muscles, the special type of muscles that forms the heart cells. Okay, we call them as cardiac muscles. The skeletal muscles, the important muscles that help us move, walk around, write something, lift weight, okay, that helps in growing biceps. All this are nothing but the skeletal muscles. And the third type of muscles are smooth muscles. The smooth muscles, for example, if you're going to eat something, now how does that food move through your esophagus to the stomach? That's because of contraction and relaxation of these type of muscles. So we cannot say that, yes, this is the time you eat something, directly enter your stomach. It doesn't happen. It happens slowly with contraction and relaxation. So we cannot control this movement of food through this esophagus. Similarly, can you control the heartbeat? Your heart beats throughout the day as well as through the night. Now, can you just ask your heart to stop beating because you don't have mood now, right? You can't do. You cannot control the movement of heart. So this type of movement which is not under our control or involuntary. Okay. Now let's know this structure here. If you just see the structure of this muscle cells, first of all, cardiac muscles. This involve involuntary movement. Now, if you see the structure, you can see the lines, right? Dark and light lines. This dark and light lines give them a special name, that is striped or striated muscles. They have a branched structure. They have highly branched structure with the single nucleus, and they are cylindrical in shape. Let us know the skeletal muscles. See, can you see the skeletal muscles? They are cylindrical shape. But what is the difference? They are multinucleated, striated. Are they branched? No, they are not branched. They are also known as striated muscles, whereas the muscles that make up heart are known as cardiac muscles. Now, what about smooth muscles? See here, smooth muscles are just spindle shape. That means there is a structure which is pointed at both the ends, tapering ends. they are having central nucleus. Do they have any banding pattern like light and dark? No. So they are not called as striated muscles. Now all these muscles, they help in movement. Some will be voluntary, which is under our control, involuntary, which is not under our control. Okay, let's move on to next type of connective tissues. Now this is the most important tissue which help you to make decision, decide something, okay, and also helps you remember things, emotional control. All those is being controlled by this type of connective tissue. The brain, we know our brain is the control center, and this is made up of a special type of tissue, what we call as nervous tissue. This cell that makes the nervous tissue is known as neuron. This is the longest cell in the body. Okay, now if you see see the structure of a neuron, it is having the head region and the tail region. So this head region is having highly branched structure that we call as dendrites. The pointed branch structure we call as dendrite. The head region we call as cell body. In between, just like any other cell, it has cell membrane, cytoplasm, as well as the central nucleus. Now what about the tail region? See, this long running yellow color tail region is known as axon. So this axon is covered by a sheet, what we call as myelin sheet, and the cells that cover this axon are Schwann cells. So how it terminates? It ends through the knob-like structure. Here you can see the little branch structure ending at a knob structure. This we call as nerve ending. Now, why are these required? Where are they present? As I had said, they are present in the brain. Apart from brain, they are also present in spinal cord and nerves. Now what they do? They respond to the stimuli and help us move. So whenever we feel that something outside, if it is hot, cold, or if you happen to touch something pointed or pricky, so immediately the message will be conveyed to the brains through these cells. Okay, what they do is they carry message or pass on message from the external to the brain and from the brain to our body. For example, if you are hungry, the brain sends the message that yes, this is the food right in front of you, it is tasty, it is smelling good, yes, you can extend your hand, grab the food, and now you can eat. So this sort of messages can be conveyed through nervous tissue. Now this type of ability to respond to the stimuli, or stimuli means any external thing that is helping you to take action, is stimuli. So this is the characteristics of living thing. So what this nervous tissue does is it carries the nerve impulses. So these impulses also help us move through our muscles at our will. Okay. So these are the assignments related to the topic. You can refer this video as well as the textbook to find out the answers. And you can also refer to the Google if you want. So these are the topics that we have completed under this. So by this we have completed the topic successfully. Hope you have understood.